So
Yeah.
they feel like, having an NFT is also considered like a treasure
Mm-hmm.
that will be, always tied to the owner.
Mm-hmm. Hi guys, welcome to the Human and the Machine channel. Today we have a fireside chat episode. We're going to talk with our beautiful Pinky Apple about the craziest, and they are really crazy, latest news about the NFTs. How are you doing, Apple?
I'm doing good. Happy to be back with you guys.
We love to have you. You look great. I like those
Thank you.
colors. Yeah.
My favorite color.
Yeah, you look fantastic in it. How are you doing, Machine?
Great as always.
Beautiful. Any reminders, maybe?
Yeah, so if you like our content, do hit that like button. If not, comment down below and tell us why so we can learn.
Yeah.
And then also subscribe so you can keep up with the latest NFT news.
Exactly. So, craziest NFT latest news. I mean, I'm sure you have a lot to tell us about this, Apple. So, can we start with the first one?
So what's been coming up is, well, our first examples is with alcohol, with whiskey barrels that's been auctioning.
Nice.
And yeah, it's auctioned off it's a barrel. Basically, it's a barrel of Macallan. You drink
Whiskey, yep.
scotch.
Nice. A lot of people are going to be happy with this one.
It's a 1991
Ooh.
year Macallan scotch, a barrel of it. It was auctioned off for $2.3 million.
Yes, God. Okay. Amazing. Okay.
I mean, that's pretty crazy, right?
Well, if you're a whiskey lover, you may spend thousands of dollars in a single bottle. So it's
Right.
not that crazy, actually, for the people that are in love with whiskey. But that's fantastic, though, right?
That's true. But at the same time, it's, when people are buying by the bottles, and this is by the barrel. And the
Yeah.
amount that,
But
and
it's
the
a
amount that they can
91.
make.
It's a 91.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
have to consider, right? Oak barrels. I suppose this is the case, right? Like they are really, really valuable. So, and they age the whiskey. That's why it tastes so good. So, if you're a whiskey lover and you have the money, why not? Amazing.
Sure. Sure. Why not?
Yes.
So this is auctioned off of on a Metacast.
Uh-huh.
It's an NFT marketplace, specifically actually for trading these alcohol and whiskey cask investments. So
Nice.
this is pretty interesting. Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful. Machine, have you ever drank in your life?
Of course I have,
Oh,
machines
I'm
do drink
surprised.
as well. But
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Because you look such a pure, innocent machine.
yeah, well, the question is, do machines get drunk?
Do they?
Ooh,
I'll
that's a
answer it
good
in a
question.
separate video.
Ah, okay. If we get like 5,000 likes, he's going to tell
Okay.
us. You're more
secret.
embarrassed. Yeah, and how embarrassing.
Next case. Well, let's talk about cars.
Nice.
McLaren.
Okay.
McLaren is the famous British racing team.
Yeah.
They are also part of the Formula One
Circuits,
team,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're getting into NFTs. So basically, what they're going to do is the collectors will own various parts of a Formula One race car.
Okay. Nice. I
Yeah,
love the
so-
creativity. Yeah.
Right. So what do you mean collect parts? Because when you think of a car, it's one, right? Yeah.
Yes, when I first heard about this, what's interesting is you would think of as one car or as maybe like a whole, right? This is not. This is basically they're dropping it's an NFT, but it's the fans will collect parts of it. So they will all own one car together.
Machine, we can do the same with you.
Okay.
You can
here's
own
my
a
arm,
part of
my
of
hand.
machine
Okay.
here.
Hey,
You may not be as exciting as a McLaren, but we never know.
Well, it's called limited edition parts. Okay?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
so cute.
Well, you missed one thing, and there's one thing that says once you collect all 22 parts and you assemble this MCL35M car,
Yeah.
what happens?
Right? Tell us what happens, Machine.
Exactly. So I'm looking at this article and
Yeah.
it says if you accumulate all 22 and build it together, kind of like, Legos,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be invited to attend one of their F1,
Races.
F1 VIP race
Mm.
weekend
So that's
experience
the incentive.
in
Yeah,
2022.
And
How
that's
cool is that?
huge. I mean, again, for people that love F1 stuff, this is just like a dream come true, right? So they're putting it well together. I mean, people are learning how to play it. I like it because now companies are really jumping in. What
Yeah.
we didn't see in crypto, we're seeing with NFTs.
Yeah, it's not just an asset anymore; it's an experience, and you gotta earn it in order to get it. So
Yeah,
very cool.
I like it. Okay, next case, Apple.
Next case is also on a car brand is Rolls-Royce.
Okay.
Rolls-Royce is entering into the NFT space.
Mm.
So they're debuting their new car,
Mm-hmm.
their new generation of the black badge.
Okay.
And it's going to come with the company's first ever NFT.
Okay. Well, that's going to be pricey. Their cars are not exactly
Yeah.
on the cheap end. So. Nice.
Well, definitely. The reason why they're doing this is because, Rolls-Royce collectors are already, it's tons of money, right? So
Yeah.
they feel like, having an NFT is also considered like a treasure
Mm-hmm.
that will be, always tied to the owner,
Mm-hmm.
something they can own. It's a unique creation for them.
Yeah, sure. And it's important to realize that these companies as well, they don't sell cars to anyone, just to someone with money. They actually do
Right.
research on you to see that you are worth the cars. So pretty impressive. Like it. What do you think, Machine?
And yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I love cars, and I think this is pretty cool.
Mm.
It's just a new way of establishing that prestige
Mhm.
in a different form. And
Yeah.
I love how even very traditional companies like Rolls-Royce
It's
is
extremely
adapting
traditional.
to the digital trend.
Yeah. Okay. And anything else to say about this one, or shall we jump to the next case?
well, what's another interesting thing about this whole inspiration of this black badge?
Mhm.
Black badge is actually considered like a higher level of the car,
Okay.
but they're inspired by like Rick Owens, Comme des Garçons, Yamamoto. These are all fashion
Oh,
brands.
Yamamoto. Yeah, I know them.
Yeah, and they also did this black badge experiments with higher lines, for basically to meet clients' demands. So it's really interesting where the inspiration's coming from and getting into these NFTs.
Okay, tell us more about it, please.
So basically, instead of a ring, he proposed to her with an NFT. So, her reaction was, guess what her reaction was?
Beep. You. I guess.
Yeah,
Or if she knows about NFTs, like, beep. Yeah.
Or maybe,
Yeah, we saved the editing job for our
Yeah,
editors.
just beep,
Yeah.
beep, 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 beep. Yeah, maybe if she knows what an NFT is, and that NFT must be so. I mean, so much value, right? Just because of the news.
Well, value to the guy, but what about the woman? What did she say?
Yeah. Well, she's the owner now, right?
Are they co-owners? How does it work?
Oh yeah, we have to check those features.
Right.
Anyway, tell us more about it, Apple.
so basically, she was angry and wasn't too happy about it.
Okay.
And supposedly, because he already lost half of his life savings on investing in Dogecoin, yeah. So, she's not too fond of, cryptocurrency. So, and especially being proposed to, not exactly the romantic thing that you would imagine, having a ring, but an NFT. So, yeah.
Well, a ring is just useless. It's, a lot more useless than an NFT, if you ask me. What do you think, Michelle?
It's like you're giving me a JPEG. Oh my gosh.
That's funny. I like it. But was she happy later? Did she understand about?
No.
She said no. She probably said no. Okay, well, life.
So next case, have you heard about Facebook? Facebook is changing its name.
I may have heard about it. Okay, it's for old people, so I have no idea what it is really. Now, yes, of course,
Old
Facebook.
people, okay.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, Facebook. Tell us about Facebook.
Facebook is changing his name to focus on the metaverse.
Okay, interesting.
So basically, their metaverse, but his metaverse is basically it's like his virtual world, right? The virtual world with AR avatars.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of money going in. I think he's investing in like 50 million or something himself. And then it's basically a world where friends, they use the avatars, they can work, play, shop, create, and learn together.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I heard that they expect to create 50,000 jobs inside the metaverse. That's
Yes.
absolutely mind blowing.
So that's
Right.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely part of it.
good.
And they're also rolling out their first cryptocurrency wallet. It's called Novi,
Novi. Okay, how do you spell that? Okay.
Novi.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, guys, if you want to play Big Brother in a more immersive space, go to whatever Facebook is going to be.
Yeah, and they're definitely going to have NFTs as part of it later on in their metaverse. So
Yeah,
that's
sure.
interesting to be watching out.
Machine, you should apply for a job there, man. You should be some like, what would you like to be in Facebook
Well, why
metaverse?
apply for a job
He'll
if
be
I
a
can
mach-
create one inside the metaverse?
You can create a job in a,
Yeah.
you can create a whole business.
We can make a
right?
virtual talk show within the Facebook metaverse, right? With the
that sounds-
avatars.
That
Right.
sounds good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
avatars.
We should create some NFTs to commemorate something, milestones of our program. That would
Yeah.
be nice, right? Apple, hey, you're the artist, and we give
right,
you
that's
inspiration.
another
Look at
topic.
us, get inspired by us. Anyway, next case. Do we have another case? Anyway,
Sure. Let's get into supermodels. So there's,
very
know,
mailish this one.
Claudia Schiffer, Naomi Campbell, Kate Moss. Do these the names ring
Yeah,
a
they're
bell
grannies
to
now,
you?
aren't they? They're grannies, but back when I wasn't a granny myself, like a old man, they were like the hottest girls. Naomi Campbell, especially. Wow, amazing.
Queen of the 90s,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, considered Queen
Yeah.
of the 90s supermodels. So basically, there's NFTs of them coming out, and it's actually being it's collaboration with fashion photographer Ellen Von North, and basically it's going off of the cryptograph platform.
Okay.
So that's interesting. This is another new, section, right, of supermodels. It's a supermodels theme.
It's interesting. Yeah. Everyone is embracing NFTs. Ridiculous. Amazing.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
It's just to show all the different categories, right? Yeah.
Okay. Machine, any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I mean, this is a little bit far back for my age, but I think people are trying to find reasons to bring back all this old stuff,
Yeah.
with new
Exactly.
technology. And I think it's a great fusion of what can be done.
So next one is Shaq. Shaquille
Shaq.
O'Neal.
Shaq. Okay, got you.
Shaq.
Shaquille. Okay, yeah.
Do you know any other Shaq?
Say again.
Shaq?
With Q,
Shaq?
I know is a guy that used to play a huge, right, enormous guy that used to play basketball, and he's a great businessman.
He's a basketball Hall of
But
Famer.
he's also a fantastic businessman. Yeah.
Fantastic,
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah.
what is he doing?
So there's NFTs of him being launched. It's artworks of him highlighting his greatest moments. I thought it was really interesting because he's such a big role model, right? To many people.
Yeah. I like what he was doing. He's doing with the shoes that he's making. He's making sure that they're super affordable and everything goes to social causes for kids, right? So I love what. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like just a nice guy, right? But he just happens to know
Yeah,
how
it's
to make
great.
money. And if you want to help poor people, better to be rich. There's nothing good on being poor. Right? Yeah. Machine, any thoughts?
No, I mean, I think it's cool how it's not just Shaq. It also says that the platform that he's minting his NFT on. And there's also Manny Pacquiao, right? And also Lionel Messi. So
That's
yeah,
right.
Messi. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's going to go high, man.
So it's like once you have one famous athlete do it, now you just get all the
Yeah.
other ones coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Is that all we have for today?
It's enough craziness.
That's
It's enough craziness. Yeah,
Yep.
that means something. Okay, Apple, it was fantastic. Thank you very much for the content. Great news, super entertaining. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up this one?
Just want to say, do it, mint them, sell the NFTs.
Yeah. That's so true. Machine.
Well, I mean, Bitcoin mining machines are pretty hot in
of
all
course.
aspects.
Absolutely. I want to get my hands, only my hands on one.
Only Bitcoin?
Well, I can mine anything. It's fine. Yeah, I'm cool.
That's
yeah,
another.
Yeah, we have to talk about that one because actually I want to invest on one. Anyway, quick reminder, my machine.
Yeah, so if you like today's video, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and also the bell icon so you can get even more crazy news right in your inbox.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Pinky, Purpley, Apple. Thank you, Machine. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Guys.
And see you next time.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
See ya.